Hey YouTube, it's the Morning Brew. Happy Monday everybody. It's been a long weekend for me, and I mean long weekend. I had a bit of a family emergency over the weekend, so it's kind of been a sleepless, restless night for the last 3 days. And of course, I'm actually recording this pretty late, considering all things considered. So it's gonna be an interesting one. Anyways, to start off the story for today. Uh, I didn't watch them. Haven't watched them in over a decade, probably. But the MTV Movie Awards aired over the weekend, and of course they had an exclusive clip from the X-Men: Days of Future Past movie that's coming out, and I saw that at least online, and I didn't really get much out of it, other than they fight a couple of Sentinels. But it still looks like the same X-Men series that I don't like, so I'm not very impressed. It's just really hard to get past the third X-Men film, and even harder to get past the first Wolverine film. The continuity issues in this whole series has just been mind blowing. How they're gonna try and fix this, just the huge MacGuffin or something. I mean, I don't know. The clips out there. Like I said, I'm not too terribly impressed. It doesn't really deliver much. It's the opening scene of the movie, but it doesn't lean to anything. So all you see is a couple of, you see Cat and Bishop and Iceman and a couple other X-Men in there fighting the Sentinels, but it's like I think like a 2 minute clip. So there's like really nothing to it, and there's really nothing to. It's the opening scene, so you really can't spoil the movie by showing you an extended end the scene properly. Give you enough to go like, oh, that looks good, but all they did was show you flashy, special effects and running. I get tons of that in Doctor Who, but a lot more story. Boom. Anyways, so yeah, MTV Movie Awards aired. Didn't watch them. Wasn't planning on watching them. Conan O'Brien may or may have not done a great job of it. I have no idea. I really don't, because I didn't watch them. So let's move on. In ridiculous stoner news, KFC is planning on cashing in on the prom. Prom night, of course, if for Americans, it's, big night, senior prom especially, and guys usually get a corsage for their girl. Well, KFC is suggesting you get a chicken corsage. Quite literally, a corsage that you attach a piece of chicken to. The way it's going to work is they're limiting it to 100 purchases. A florist will send you a corsage with baby's breath attached to it and a coupon to go to your local KFC and purchase a fresh piece of chicken. Now, it only costs $20. It's almost worth the it's almost worth the comedic value to say you purchased it and went to prom with a piece of chicken attached to your wrist. I mean, a girl could buy it for a guy, and it's a nice little snack for on the way, but who else is going to order this other than people who want to have a little bit of a shock value a few years later when they're older and go like, yeah, I bought her a chicken corsage and I got to split her wishbone. I don't know. This is freaking ridiculous. I mean, what stoner... Who's the stoner at KFC's corporate office who sat there and went, dude, I could totally picture it. You're in the back of the limo and you got a bad case of the munchies and shit, there it is, drumstick attached to your lady's wrist. You might as well go for it. If you want to order, like I said, it's $20, limited to 100 orders. And I just can't imagine who the hell would do this. But if you do it, let me know. I'd like to know the person who paid $20 for a piece of chicken. Anyways, in video game news, Nintendo announced a couple of price drops on 5 major 3DS titles starting April 22nd. The 5 titles are Animal Crossing New Leaf, New Super Mario Bros. 2, Mario Kart 7, New Super Mario Land 3D, Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D will all be dropping to $29.99 starting April 22nd of this year. No reason really given for the price drop. I'm assuming it's just moves the units around. I mean, I've got 3 of these titles myself. I've got Animal Crossing, New Super Mario Bros. 2, and Super Mario Land 3D. I don't have Donkey Kong or Mario Kart yet, but looks like a pretty good time to pick them up. I mean, for $30, it isn't a bad deal. Nintendo doesn't usually drop their game prices. In fact, the value of the game stays pretty high. I remember buying New Super Mario Brothers Wii way back when it came out, and about a year and a half later traded it back into GameStop and still got $36 for it. So it's a pretty good deal with Nintendo. So if you've been looking to buy a couple of 3DS games, here's your chance, $30. In interesting news, though, a 14-year-old girl decided to send a terrorist tweet to American Airlines, and apparently finally got arrested by the Netherlands authorities over the weekend. She turned herself in, but no reason for the tweet was given as of yet. She's being interrogated as we speak. What I want to know is, what was she thinking to send out? I didn't even look up the tweet, to be honest. I just didn't really think about that. It's been a long weekend. But who is allowing this to happen, or what kind of parenting skills do you have where your kid thinks it's funny to send a terrorist tweet to a major airline, considering the world we now live in? This is not a prank calling era. This is caller ID, basically catching your ass. Except for you literally gave them your whole spectrum of information by tweeting it. Not very smart move on her part. Anyways, so just thought I'd put it out there. 14-year-old does something stupid, and it has nothing to do with drugs or bullying or school shootings. It's literally, she tweeted out something stupid, got arrested, and is now in a crap load of trouble. Fun times. Yay. Over the weekend I did get to catch new anime release, which ironically I just posted a full article on it on geekycastillo.com, but I will go ahead and give my thoughts on it now. Marvel's Disc Wars Avengers. Got to watch it. I'm confused. My childhood is being horribly manipulated here. The basic idea is that Marvel of Japan wanted to localize the Avengers for a Japanese audience. Specifically the, 9 or 12-year-old boys who like to watch Digimon, Beyblade, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! And those kind of shows. In America, they're called 20-something-year-olds. But basically the concept is that they develop these discs, which are these like triangular, disc that basically digitally trap or encode a person into them, sealing them off. So far, the story has not given a full explanation, mostly because the second episode is probably already aired but not available with subtitles yet, which is why I don't know the conclusion to that. But the first part basically stops with Loki attacking a Stark Industries event with a handful of people from the Shield Helicarrier prison. They do shamelessly plug in Agent Coulson into this, and of course, the concept's going to be that Spider-Man is going to mentor these 5 kids who take on the disc containing Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, Wasp, and Hulk while they fight off the forces of Loki and his disc manipulating people. One guy going by the name of Big Brain. I The Japanese have a weird way of localizing stuff. It basically looks like Digimon meets. Think of it as Digimon Fusion meets Power Rangers with the Marvel of Avengers mixed in. It doesn't look very good yet. I don't think it's going to be very good at all, but you know, in typical Japanese fashion, there's tons of toys already available if you're interested in buying them. And finally, in the last story, and this is going to be a short show, I just realized it's like right under the 11-minute mark. PAX East happened this weekend. I unfortunately was not one of the people who's able to make it out there. Boston is not within my budget. But quite a few friends like Andre Meadows, the Black Nerd, did make it out there, so make sure to check out his site for his videos and pictures. I will be posting stories as I come by them as I go through the week. So keep an eye on that. But make sure you check out Black Nerd Comedy. He's got great videos, great reviews, constantly updating and posting. He posts something on a daily basis as well. So make sure you check out his channel. And other stuff, just, you know, the typical. Go visit geekykastillo.com, facebook.com/geekykastillo. Follow me on Twitter, _Eric. Or you can follow the site at Geeky Castillo. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share. Anything you help out with, you know, helps me out, helps the show move along, and it makes this worthwhile and worth producing and creating every day. And waking up and recording like this. This is not prepared. I'm not usually prepared. So, that's it. It's a short show. Like I said, it's a long weekend. My daughter was unfortunately, I guess I'll say it. My daughter was in the hospital over the weekend, and unfortunately, thankfully, she's great. She's okay, fully recovered. She's going to be fine. It's just been a long weekend, and it's not easy for any parent to have to go through stuff like that. But I'm not the one that had to be in the hospital, so she's a brave little kid, and I'm proud of her. I'm glad she's okay. She's stronger than I probably could ever be. And with that, I say thank you for tuning in. Until I see you next time or tomorrow, or whenever it is, enjoy your brew.